And so in regards to the vaccine and COVID-19 for Sonoma County, here's the latest that we have. Unfortunately, our typical guest, Mr. Marcos Mejia, had another meeting, so he couldn't do the English version of this report for today, that is. We wanted to let you know, he says, that in general, 74.5% of the population between the ages of 5 and older are now vaccinated. He says that 8.4% of the population between 5 and 11 years of age are vaccinated, and that brings us to have one vaccine, and that brings us to a total of 82% of the population with at least one vaccine. In regards to vaccinations for children in general, 27% of children in Sonoma County have already at least one dose, which gives us hope that the community in general are taking it more serious and are actually participating. At this moment, this is important that children get vaccinated because as of now, we have 1,096 cases of COVID infections for children who are in school, and teachers and administrators and other personnel. 900 or so of those are children, mainly in elementary schools. And then there's again the personnel that makes up all the way to 1,096 cases. What does that mean? What the County of Sonoma is then recommending is that, again, you get vaccinated if you haven't gotten vaccinated. And for those individuals who already got vaccinated, to get the booster shot, to get tested on a regular basis to make sure that although because you got vaccinated, you're not showing any symptoms, you make sure that you don't pick up the virus and then give it to somebody else, because it may not affect you, but it will affect people who are not vaccinated. It is important to also avoid being out there, especially during these times of the year when it's cold and people gather indoors because of that reason for extended periods of time. If you are going to be home and you're going to be hosting people who, again, are vaccinated, it is always important to ventilate your home as much as possible. What we are finding out, Mr. Mejia reported in the Spanish version of this report, he said what the county is finding out is that the number one group of people who are ending up in the hospital at this moment or passing away, unfortunately, are people who are not vaccinated. In fact, if you are not vaccinated, you are 40 times more likely to end up being hospitalized than someone who already has the vaccine. And you are 16 times more likely to die from COVID if you are not vaccinated than if you have the vaccine. The County of Sonoma also is encouraging the community in general to get the flu vaccine. Some of the symptoms that come from COVID may seem similar to having the flu, and we don't want people to be confused, to go into panic, to develop a higher level of anxiety. And so that is important for people to understand. It is also important, says the County of Sonoma, to recognize and remember that the Delta variant is still very much present in Sonoma County and in the North Bay in general. And so people need to take care of themselves, need to be vaccinated, and so on and so forth. Omicron, the new virus that is in all over the world, really, it has been found in 6 continents apparently now, and about 40 countries. That one is, again, causing real trouble in the general area of the Bay Area. That is about 4,034 cases of people who got the virus Omicron, the variant Omicron, after they were vaccinated. And so it's important for people to understand that this is the situation, that people need to understand that people are getting this virus. And the county and the federal governments are saying in regards to Omicron, we know little about this. And the federal government is asking for 2 more weeks. Dr. Fauci and his colleagues are asking for 2 more weeks from the community before they can give a full report as to Omicron, how truly dangerous it is, and how effective are the vaccines. There have been some cases of, again, Omicron in the Bay Area. We know of no cases in Sonoma County at this moment, but that's why it's important for people to get tested. Some of the people who have gotten the variant Omicron who had the vaccine have shared that they had light symptoms, just like they did with Delta. But at this moment, we don't want to just get too comfortable with that information because, again, not enough information is out there. In regards to the County of Sonoma, many individuals in the past, if you were likely in contact with somebody who had the virus, you would get a phone call from the County of Sonoma. Now they have a new system for people who have smartphones. If you get a text from 23393, again, the text number is going to be 23393. Take it serious because that is a number coming directly from the County of Sonoma, and the text is going to let you know if you were in contact with somebody who tested positive for COVID, and as a result of that, there will be vaccine information, but also other resources so that you can contact the county, get tested, and if necessary, isolate. Remember that the county has a lot of resources, from food that can be brought to your home so you can isolate at home, to other resources. And so it's important. Coming back to the point of children getting vaccinated between the ages of 5 on, their County of Sonoma is recommending a couple of things, 3 items to be specific. 1, please make a list of all of the questions you may have in regards to the vaccine, how effective it is, so on and so forth. And then make an appointment with your pediatrician or the nurse that provides you your services at your clinic, perhaps. And then take your list and take your child and ask your questions. And afterwards, get your child vaccinated. The County of Sonoma is also saying, if you want to get vaccinated at a pharmacy, please go to the website, myturn.ca.gov. That is myturn.ca for California and .gov for government. And again, that's how you can get your first shot for your child, for yourself, and the booster as well. And for children in the County of Sonoma, the other temporary offer is to go to SCOE.org, that is SCOE, Sonoma County Office of Education, SCOE.org. And again, there is a list of 40 clinics where you can go. These are temporary locations at schools where you can go and get vaccinated. Not just your child, but yourself and your whole family. Remember that all of these services are free as a result of, again, the intent by the county to vaccinate as many people as possible. A couple other items here. Traveling, if you are planning to travel by airplane, please contact your airline as quickly as possible and ask them clearly what is it that they're going to ask in regards to either vaccination or testing. Some of the airline companies are asking for evidence that is not older than 24 hours since you got vaccinated before they let you in the airplane. What you do not want is to get to your airline only to find out that maybe you got tested 2 or 3 days ago and they are not accepting that information. You'll be disappointed. It will add to your stress. It will add to your anxiety, and it's just going to ruin your day. And if you're celebrating your holidays. And finally, the County of Sonoma is asking for volunteers, especially volunteers who speak and understand Spanish. This is so that you can support the individuals who are giving the vaccine with translation services, and of course for our Spanish-speaking community, so that you can support with filling out forms, asking questions, so on and so forth. You can go to volunteernow.org, volunteernow.org. to sign up for one time or on a regular basis provide your services. The County of Sonoma is reporting that people who volunteer have a positive outcome and they feel good about themselves, that they are doing something to fight this issue with COVID. And as a result of that, again, if you have the time, if you have the skills, then why not do it? There are students who are at the college level, at the university, who are going to go on vacation for about a month. This is something wonderful that they should be doing. My MECHA students at Santa Rosa Junior College for sure will be signing up to do some of this work. And with that, that is the report that we got from the County of Sonoma. And a lot of this information is similar for other counties. So yes, please remember, use some of this information to the best of our ability. We try to provide you with information that is relevant to all of you, but usually we focus because we have this agreement with the County of Sonoma. If the County of Napa, Mendocino, Lake would like to collaborate with us, we are open to that collaboration as well. And with that, that is what we have for you. We'll continue with more information in a couple of minutes. This is Líderes del Futuro on KBBF.